Hey guys, welcome back to DC Action. My name is Chris. Today we're breaking down Season 3, Episode 10 of Stargirl. As always, before getting into the breakdown, make sure you've watched the video, as there will be some spoilers ahead. This episode begins with the Crocs and how they have been adjusting to life in Blue Valley. They pass the McKent house and fantasize over retaliating for the fight that occurred in last episode. The title of this episode is The Killer, so hopefully we find out more about the killer. Mike and Joaquin attempt to get into contact with their team about their discovery of the Ultra-Humanite, but due to the Thunderbolt's wishes, this doesn't exactly go to plan. They end up hearing some noises in the woods, which is presumably Ultra-Humanite, and as such, they run away. The Dugans at home worry about where Mike and Joaquin are, and believe that the McKents may have something to do with their disappearance. Sylvester believes that Beth's signal from last episode was a ruse by whoever is really behind the killing, and the McKents were set up. Cameron's grandmother Lily encourages him to retaliate for the actions of the JSA that led to Sophus ending up in hospital. After getting checked out by Beth's parents, Rick's anger is even more present here, definitely influenced by the hourglass after the removal of the limiter. Beth attempts to get him to remove it, but he walks away. Pat and Sylvester go to the McKen's house to find out if Mike and Joaquin are there. They are greeted by Sophus, who seems to be better after his heart attack last episode. Pat questions Sophus on if they saw Mike and Joaquin, which he denies of course, since we know that he has nothing to do with it. Back at home, Barbara is greeted by Lily, who doesn't seem very happy. She attempts to kill Barbara, but Paula comes in with the save. After this and a little threat, Lily leaves. While running away from the apparent Ultra-Humanite, the boys run into Cindy, who explains that Ultra-Humanite is one of her father's science experiments. In this scene, the Thunderbolt mentions Batman, which I believe is the first time a non-JSA superhero has been referenced in this universe, which opens the possibility of the Justice League existing in this world, or at the very least just Batman and Gotham. Paula teaches Barbara how to use a crossbow after the attack earlier. She also mentions that not all superheroes fly, some use arrows, which I believe may be referencing Green Arrow or any of the other Archer superheroes from the comics, and it could more specifically be referencing the Arrowverse, which is also a property of the CW, so this may be setting up a more connected universe than was previously thought was present in the show. And we already know that Stargirl happens in Earth 2 of the show, as we saw at the end of Crisis on Infinite Earths. But since that whole event, it's been very weird how the multiverse has been set up, so we don't really know too much about this. And since all the Arrowverse shows are coming to an end, we probably won't find out anything else. Courtney meets with Cameron, and they talk about what happened at the end of last episode. She also tells him about what his father had done in the past. Cameron asks who killed Icicle, but Courtney lies and tells him that she killed him in order to protect Mike, who as we know actually killed Icicle. This lie costs Courtney any chance of repairing her relationship with Cameron, as he is now even angrier than before. Larry and Paula go visit the McKents, attempting to broker peace. Sophus takes to the idea, but Lily is slightly more reluctant. Mike and Joaquin return to the pit stop and tell Pat and Sylvester about their encounter with Ultra-Humanite, and they appear to already know what they are talking about, due to a previous encounter with him in the past, claiming that he's the most dangerous villain the JSA has ever faced. Back at home, the JSA discuss who the Ultra-Humanite is, with Pat and Sylvester telling him about their previous encounter with him. They mention how he transferred his brain into an actress named Dolores Winters, which in the comics also happened, but expanding on that, she ended up becoming a villain known as Endless Winter. After the JSA found out about the brain transfusion, Ultra-Humanite transferred his brain into the ape that we saw in last episode, and this was done through the help of Dragon King. They then link everything that has happened in this season back to Ultra-Humanite, with the surveillance being his signature move. Courtney suggests that in order to beat Ultra-Humanite, all the heroes and villains in Blue Valley must band together, including the McKents. Artemis calls her parents to share some news about getting into college football. Although this is a happy moment for them, I can't help but think that something bad is about to happen. Larry and Paula discover some pamphlets that seem to lead to a sewer. They follow this trail, which leads them to a room with the surveillance cameras that we have been seeing all season. Waiting for them there is a person in a black hood and mask. He stabs them both and their wounds begin to freeze over. It is then revealed that this person is in fact Icicle. Larry and Paula both freeze over completely and die, with Icicle then going on to destroy their bodies. And that is the end of this episode. That ending, damn, that came as a big shock to me. Icicle is alive still somehow, apparently helping the Ultra-Humanite. I'm assuming they're working together because they both want to get revenge on the JSA. Definitely looking forward to next episode and the ones to come after that. This appearance of Icicle is definitely going to throw a spanner into the works when it comes to Courtney attempting to broker peace with the McKents. But we shall see how everything pans out. So until then, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content like this. But until next time, this has been Chris, and I'll be seeing you.